in my hand, and the boys are lining up for my kiss.
Hey guys, so before I started filming, I already did my brows and I primed my lids with some concealer and set it with some translucent powder. To prime my face, I'm going to grab the Porefessional by Benefit. I'm going to press that into the areas of my face where I have large pores just to create a nice smooth surface before I apply my foundation. To prime and moisturize the rest of my face, I'm going to use this Hey Honey Good Morning Facial Serum, and then I'm going to let that all sit and really absorb into the skin to create a nice base before I apply my foundation. So I'll go ahead and get started on the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to grab the Studio Makeup On The Go palette. It's the cool tone one. I'm going to grab that ashy brown shade and I'm going to apply this in the upper crease area as a transition shade. Then I'm going to grab my Morphe 35C matte palette. I'm going to use that kind of cool tone brown there and I'm going to apply that right in the crease area, really focusing on the outer edge of my crease, and I want to make sure that I'm bringing this shade up a little bit higher than my natural crease. I'm using my eye socket as a guide to do this because my natural crease is very low and it gets very hidden behind the folds because I have hooded lids. So those of you that have hooded lids understand the dilemma. So it's all about just creating a crease a little bit higher than your natural one. Then I'm going to come in with a pencil brush and a little bit of gray and black, and I'm going to apply that right, really staying focused in the outer edge of my crease and kind of bringing it down towards my lash line, just really concentrating that on the outer V, and then I will just blend that all out with the same brush that I used for my transition shade just to soften it up and really blend out those harsh lines. One of the nice things about doing foundation last is that you can just take a makeup wipe and clean up the edges of the shadow, which is what I'm doing here. For the cut crease part of this eye look, I'm going to use this Maybelline Coverstick in the shade White. I'm going to bring that all the way up to meet where I placed that gray shadow there, just where I made that artificial crease in the eye socket area, just to create a nice defined line there. And it's also going to be a great base for the silver shadow that I'm using for this look. Then I'm going to spray a brush and dampen it with some primer, and then I'm going to grab this Essence eyeshadow in the shade Snowflake, and I'm going to apply that all over the inner half of my lid. Now I'm going to grab this fun Galaxy palette by BH Cosmetics. I'm going to grab the shade Moon out of that palette and apply it with a damp brush on the outer half of my lid, blending it into the white just to create a nice fade.
I've got a mistletoe in my hand, and the boys are lining up for my kisses all for one.
Take a pencil brush and a little bit more of that black gray eyeshadow, and I'm going to just define that line of the cut crease a little bit more. I want it to be dark and really blunt, right where the white meets the black, but I will go ahead and come back in with another fluffy brush here in a minute to blend above that line just to soften it up so that it's not harsh above. But I do want a very defined line between the white and the black to give that cut crease look. I'm going to go ahead and do my wing and my lashes off camera. I use the LA Colors liquid liner for my wing and the Ardell Glamour Wispies for lashes. And then for mascara, I use the Urban Decay Perversian mascara just to blend my natural lashes in with the falsies better. And then I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte plus Poreless Foundation, and today I'm using the shade Natural Ivory, and I'll go ahead and blend that all in with a beauty blender after I apply it to my face. Now, because I'm so fair, I've started using a combination of the Maybelline Coverstick in white and the Maybelline Master Conceal Camoflauging Concealer in the shade Fair. This really helps brighten up the under eye area. I'm not too excited about the Maybelline Coverstick formula, but I feel like using a combination of the two concealers makes a better formula for my under area. I definitely don't like using the Coverstick alone. It does not stay put for me, but if I mix the two and I make sure to bake my under eye area, it seems to work well for me. So that's kind of my go-to thing right now. And to bake my under eye area, I'm going to grab my Airspun translucent powder and pack that under my eyes and let it sit there and dust more around the rest of my face to set my foundation. Now I'm going to grab my Divine Cosmetics contour palette and I'm going to use those two darker shades to contour my cheekbones, along my forehead, under my chin and my nose as well. Those of you that watch me know the drill. Using that same contour palette, I'm going to grab the white and use that to remove the translucent powder that I used to bake my under eye area. This is also going to help brighten up that area as well. And then I'll add a little bit of white to the center of my forehead, down the center of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and I apply it along the underside of my contour just to sharpen it up a bit. And I'm going to grab that Essence eyeshadow and use that to highlight my brow bone, and I'm going to use it to highlight my inner corners, and I'm going to bring it along the bottom innermost part of my lash line as well. For the outer half of my lower lash line, I'm going to grab the black and gray shadows that I used in my crease area from the Morphe 35C palette, and then I will also use a little bit of that brown shade that I used in my crease area as well on a pencil brush just to help smoke out that lower lash line a little better. Next, I'm going to use this NYX eye and eyebrow pencil in the shade white and apply that on my waterline. And then I'm going to take a damp pencil brush with some more of that Essence eyeshadow in Snowflake, and I'm going to pack that along my waterline as well because I really want my waterline to be bright. It's going to really help open up the eyes even more and really make this eye look pop. And then to finish off the eyes, I will go ahead and apply some mascara to my lower lashes. Now I'm going to grab that same Makeup Studio Pro palette that I used earlier. I'm going to grab the lightest shade from that palette to highlight my face. I know earlier I said that I used the Essence shadow on my brow bone. I definitely did not, as you can see. I used the lightest shade from this palette for my brow bone and then to highlight the rest of my face. So along the center of my nose and then my Cupid's bow and then on my cheekbones with the fluffy brush and then a little bit on my chin as well. I hope you guys don't mind my toddler's video bomb coming up here. Being a mom who does makeup tutorials and having 3 kids who are very little still, it's just bound to happen every now and then. But for blush, I'm using this Makeup Geek blush in the shade Heartthrob. It's this beautiful peachy pink color. It just is very warm and natural looking, and I feel like it goes with any makeup look. And it's very, very pigmented, so you only need a little bit of product to get the color payoff that you want. For lip liner, I'm using this Essence lip liner in the shade Femme Fatale.
I've got a mistletoe in my hand, and the boys are lining up for my kisses all for one special guy.
For lipstick, I'm using this Dirty Little Secret matte lipstick in the shade Phantom. This color screams Christmas to me. It's just this perfect bright red. I love it so much. I actually used it in my previous Christmas makeup tutorial that I did recently. I will link that down below in case you guys want to see it as well. But I love this look. Anyways, that is it for this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a perfect makeup look for Christmas or for New Year's or for any party really. I just feel like these colors are very complementary to the holidays. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the holiday season. Love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!